Once upon a time, in a small village in Italy, there lived a kind-hearted woodcarver named Geppetto. Although he was all alone, he loved nothing more than carving beautiful wooden puppets. Under his skillful hands, a tiny spark of life was beginning to bloom. Geppetto named the puppet Pinocchio. As he looked at him, he gazed at the brightest star through the window and made a heartfelt wish. If only this puppet could become a real boy, he would be the good son I've always dreamed of. Hope filled his eyes. Then, while everyone was fast asleep, the mysterious blue fairy appeared. She touched Pinocchio gently with her magic wand. Suddenly, to everyone's surprise, the wooden puppet opened his eyes and began to speak. "Pinocchio, if you are brave, truthful, and unselfish, you may one day become a real boy." Her voice was like magical music. The next morning, Geppetto was overjoyed. He sold his only warm coat to buy school supplies and a new book for Pinocchio. Pinocchio set off for school with a big smile and a skip in his step. "Goodbye, father. I'll study hard." His heart was light and full of excitement. But on his way to school, Pinocchio met some bad companions. A sly fox and a cat blocked his path. "Hey, kid, why go to a boring school? There's a much more exciting circus over there. It's full of wonders." Pinocchio listened to their sweet words, and his thoughts of school quickly faded away. The bad friends led Pinocchio into a deeper trap. "If you plant these gold coins in the field of miracles, a giant money tree will grow by morning." Pinocchio believed them and buried his precious coins. But it was all a mean trick by the fox and cat. Pinocchio had lost everything. The blue fairy appeared again and asked, "Pinocchio, where are your gold coins? Did you go to school?" Embarrassed, Pinocchio told a lie. Suddenly, his nose began to grow longer and longer. The more he lied, the longer it became, until it looked quite silly. "A growing nose is proof of a lie. Only honesty can help you," she said firmly. But Pinocchio fell into temptation once more. He went to the land of toys, where he could play all day without studying, but it was a terrible trap. The lazy children began to turn into donkeys, destined to be sold. Pinocchio even grew long ears and a tail, finding himself in great danger. Having narrowly escaped, Pinocchio headed for the sea. He had heard that Geppetto, while searching for him, had been swallowed by a giant whale. "Father, I will save you." Pinocchio bravely dove into the deep, stormy waters to find his beloved father. At last, inside the belly of the giant whale, Pinocchio found the father he had missed so much. Geppetto, living by a dim candle, cried with joy when he saw him. "Oh, Pinocchio, my son, you're alive!" They shared a warm hug and immediately began to plan their escape. When the whale sneezed, they seized the chance and sailed out on a raft. But the angry whale created a massive wave, smashing their boat. Pinocchio carried his exhausted father on his back, swimming desperately toward the shore. "Hang on, father! I will save you!" Pinocchio thought only of his father's life, even more than his own. Pinocchio collapsed on the beach, completely exhausted. Just then, the blue fairy appeared in a bright light. "Pinocchio, your courage and sacrifice have made you a real boy." The next morning, Pinocchio woke up to a miracle. His wooden body had become soft and warm. "Father, look, I'm a real boy!" They both cried tears of happiness. From that day on, Pinocchio became a very good and honest boy. Geppetto lived happily ever after with his beloved son. Pinocchio taught us that with true love and courage, any miracle can happen. Their laughter filled the workshop, warmer than the morning sun.